Good morning, guys. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, Gamela Mustabile Komo, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you stay by pressing that subscribe button down below and also click the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back, baby. Okay, so today, you guys, I decided that I'm going to shoot a video where I'm going to tell you guys about my delivery story in a government hospital or public hospital in South Africa. Let me just go right into it. So it was November. I remember maybe November let me just say the 3rd, okay, where because initially that's when I wanted, or that's when I wanted my baby to come, but unfortunately we don't control these things. So as of the 3rd of November, I started walking every morning because I was on leave by the time. So I would actually walk, like for at least a good 30 minutes or so, and then come back home, because I've heard people say that if you walk, you actually try and, I don't know, I'm not going to say it's induced labor, but you sort of like just speed up the process and, in hopes that baby comes soon, right? So then I walked on the 3rd of November, nothing happened. And then the 4th, I walked again, nothing happened. And then on the 5th, I remember I was due to go to the hospital for I think it was my 40th week checkup. And the previous checkup that I'd gone to, I was told to bring my bags, because then if baby doesn't come then I was going to get induced, right? So here I was, thinking that, okay, on this day baby is coming, I'm going to stay over at the hospital. So I packed my bags, everything was in, because they always advise you to pack your bag maybe at least around 5th 36th week or so. So when it was already 40th week, my bags were already packed, because I just thought baby was going to come any moment, but I was wrong. Okay, so then I went to the hospital, and when the midwife checked me, she said, oh no, unfortunately, you have to go back home. If nothing happens, the following week, then you'd have to come back, and then you go for an induction. There I was, dragging myself, going back home with my bags, heavy bags, because I was carrying 2 bags, because I had baby stuff on one bag and then I had my stuff in the other bag, and I was walking, child, simply because my car was gone for repairs at the time. So luckily for me, I stay right next to the hospital, so it wasn't that bad. Okay, so I walked back, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was so disappointed. Because when you look at your Instagram and social media, everyone's carrying baby, and you're just thinking, okay, my baby's also coming, but okay, I was wrong. So I went back home, and you know what? I just said to myself, baby, you've got to come, because I'm not prepared to go back again to the clinic and, have them tell me that baby's not coming. You have to go back home with my bags. Okay. So then I started making it a point that every morning I walk for at least an hour, because I felt like the 30 minutes was not helping at all. Because I had been doing it for quite some time, but still nothing was happening, right? So then, one Saturday I woke up and I had the longest walk. It was not easy, because remember, now I'm at 40, going on 41 weeks, and I'm walking. And I remember when I told, like my partner, that listen, let's wake up and walk today. And then he was just like, but you've been walking for quite a while now, nothing's happening, don't you think it's a bit dangerous? I was like, you know what, I want this baby out, so I'm definitely going to wake up in the morning, whether you're coming or not. I'm going. At least I'm going to bring my phone with me, just in case if something happens, then I'm just going to call the ambulance or whatever, and then I can just go to the hospital, right? And I walked, and I came back, still nothing happened. And then when it actually approached the afternoon, maybe around, say, 5ish, 6ish, I started feeling quite uncomfortable. And I was really, really hoping, because it wasn't that bad, also because I have a high tolerance of what you call pain, or pain tolerance rather. So like for me, it's not like extremely painful, you know what I mean? It has to be like excruciating for me to start saying now, okay, I can't take this. So it started happening. I started having some discomfort in my belly, and I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, God, it's time, And I remember I called my mother from church. Like, basically, she's a lady that normally helps us when we go to church, because mind you, I didn't have transport. and whatnot. So she's just a very, very good human being. And so she said to me, look, no, it's fine. Just be patient, wait, all is well, all is well. And I tell you, those words really, really comforted me, because I started to calm down, because I was panicking at the time, because I was thinking, why is it not coming? I don't want to be induced, because then it means I have to be going up and down with bags and whatnot. And I tell you, that night or that afternoon, I was so much at peace, mainly because of her words. They really comforted me. I'm not even gonna lie. I started saying my prayers and everything. And then when it went around, say maybe 8:30-ish, I went to the bathroom and I saw jelly-like substance. Now, guys, honestly, this video might be too TMI. So if you're someone who's very sensitive, who's not used to birth, giving your child birth or giving birth or whatever, you can just click out at this point, because I feel like I'm not going to be speaking in, I don't know. Yeah, basically the video is going to be TMI. Yeah, let me just say that. So then I started seeing this like jelly-like stuff coming out of, down there. And then I started, I remember from the bathroom, I was actually so happy, because I was thinking, normally I'd watch these YouTube videos and people would be like, yeah, I saw stuff coming out, my water broke and everything. So I was also expecting this water to break, because everyone keeps on speaking about this water breaking and whatnot. But for me, it was not like that. Okay, so I then knew that, something is definitely happening, because of this jelly-like substance that I did see. So we continued waiting for quite a number of hours, and I think when it was around 10 o'clock, I just said, let me just go to the hospital, because remember I was going to use a cab, because we tried calling the ambulance, but really we didn't find any joy. So we just thought, we're going right here, let's call a cab. Also, it's not that bad. So I can walk for myself, I can, actually climb inside the car and whatnot. So then I took my stuff, because I in my mind, it was like, I don't want to sit and wait it out only for it to become worse, like to get worse, and then find that when I'm trying to get transport at the time, I'm not winning and everything. So we called the cab. Luckily, the cab was here in like 5 minutes or so. And at the time, it was right around 10:30 at night. And then the cab took me to the hospital. So when we walked in the hospital, because of COVID and everything, they didn't want, the partner to come in. So they just said, you know what, at least when I was goduka uzozo access ukuthi kuhamba kanjani. So basically, they sent him home because of COVID protocols and whatnot. So I sat there, and then they called me. I went inside this other room. I'm not sure what it's called. I went in there, and then they put those things on your belly, like in Zulu you call it amabande. So they sort of like put it there. I guess it's just used to measure baby's heartbeats and everything, and movement and whatnot. And I tell you, my baby was jumping like, I don't know, moving from one side to the other side, and making it difficult for these things now to actually, tie him down, so that they can be able to now tell if he's doing well, if his heartbeat maybe it's coming or not, or whatever. I don't know. But what I know is that that thing basically shows you a baby's heartbeat. And then they actually measured me, and then they asked me, how can we help you? And then I did tell them that, listen, I've been experiencing slight pain in my belly area, and also when I went to the bathroom, I saw this jelly stuff. So then they were like, okay, no, it's fine, we're gonna keep you and we're gonna monitor you. Okay, so then I was taken to this other room where there was just like one lady also in there. I'm not gonna lie, shame, because I've been watching videos, I was expecting the worst, because they always tell you, you go to a government hospital, it's gonna be dirty, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. But when I went there, it was very clean, my bed was nicely made, and there was just one person there. And so I chose a bed, because I was told to choose any bed really, and just, lie there. So that's exactly what I did. I chose a bed, and I slept. Okay. And I tell you, early hours of the morning, maybe around 3-ish, 4-ish, I was woken up by this sharp pains. Like, they kept on going and going and going. I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I do not remember this with my daughter. What is going on? And so they kept coming and going. And then as the clock hit 6 o'clock in the morning, so we had to go and shower. So I saw this lady waking up and going to shower. She didn't tell me anything, because really when I got there, it was at night, so she was asleep. So she just woke up, I guess, and saw this person now that she, And then so I just sort of like thought Nami to myself, because okay, so I guess it's showering time. So we went to shower and we had our bath. And yeah, and at the time when I was at the bathroom, I'm telling you, the pain got worse. And I was just thinking, oh my goodness, not now, not now, because it was just so sore. Like as I was trying to walk, I couldn't even walk properly, because at some point when I'm trying to climb inside the shower, it just started again, and I had to literally hold onto the wall and just stand there and stand still. But also because remember, the thing is, when you get to the hospital, you need to literally wear that what do they call it again, those gowns that they give you. I think it's called a dignity gown. So you basically have to wear a dignity gown, and they give you like a sanitary towel. So mind you, there's no underwear, there's nothing at the time, because also when you the doctor comes, they need to check you, and then they just sort of like stick fingers down there, and so I guess it's just basically for easy access, right? So I had my dignity gown, I went back to bed. And as it approached around 9ish, the pain again started. Now it was worse. And I couldn't even walk. I remember at some point I had to sit down on the floor because I was just feeling so hot, like I was burning. And yeah, so I sat on the floor, and then the lady came and told me that, listen, this, we don't do this here. You can't just sit here on the floor. It's not good for you. And so at the time I was just like, what is she even saying? Because what does she even mean? Because it's mainly because she doesn't understand what I'm going through, right? And then so, okay, fine. I climbed onto the bed, and then later on they brought breakfast. And I remember I could not, because I just felt like throwing up. Like, so the only thing that I had, I remember I took an egg, because they had like boiled eggs, they had fruits, they had tea, and then bread and oats, and like a lot of things, honestly. In terms of food, they do provide food for you, and it's really good. I'm not complaining. I did not complain at the time, but just that I couldn't eat it because I was not feeling well. So then I remember I just had like a cup of tea. I tried making some tea for myself, and I took an egg and I took a fruit and I put it in my bag, and then I just drank my tea. As I was trying to drink the tea, the pain would come. And yo, guys, I'm telling you. And if you've never gone through that, shame, salusuhlala. Because I tell you, I could not do anything. I held onto the bed for like maybe like a good 5 minutes and whatnot. And then when it was over, then I started walking slowly towards my bed, because I just could not take it anymore. And I just thought to myself, I can't even finish this tea, because I'm just going to throw up here, or I don't know, It felt like baby was coming immediately. So then I waited it out again. When the doctor came, we had to go to this other room now where the doctors check us and everything. And I remember, because I had arrived the night before, the doctor had to come and do a COVID test on me. And I tell you, I just did not even care. I know that thing, like a long earbud, it looks like an earbud. I don't know if it's called an earbud, but it's very long. And they had to just take it up the nose. And I tell you, I just did not even care, because at the time, the pain that I was feeling was worse compared to this COVID test. Like, I've heard people complain about the COVID test, saying, it's uncomfortable. It's not painful, but it's uncomfortable. But for me, it was like, I just did not care. What I want right now is I want this baby out, because I don't know if I can take this, And so they did, the doctor did a COVID test on me, and then also he checked me and whatnot. So the results came back. Look, I was fine. And then I was like, okay, cool. I went back to this other room that I was sleep in. I tried sleeping, but sleep would just not come, mainly because the pain kept on hitting. And honestly, I tell you, I tried sucking it up, and it was just not happening. And now every time, every like maybe like 30 minutes or so, they'll call us to go again for a checkup, because the doctor was there, and they kept on sticking their fingers in there. And all that for me did not matter. What really mattered for me was that, can you just get this baby out already? And at the time, it was so painful. And when they told me that I was only 1 centimeter dilated, I could not believe it, because I was like, what do you mean? I mean, like I can't even take this anymore. Like, why can't you guys give me, something? So then they did give me like a shot on my thigh, but honestly, that thing, I did not even feel it at that point. And the funny part, they actually asked me, why can't you feel the thing, the numbness or the injection? I guess it was supposed to numb the pain or whatever, whatnot. And at the time, my body was just saying, nope, it's not gonna happen. And so basically they asked me if I drink. Like, do you drink? Why is it that this pain medication or this pain injection or whatnot is not working for you? And in my pain, like, I actually laughed, in my heart I was laughing, because I was thinking, what do you even mean? So I said no, obviously, because I did not drink at the time when I had baby, obviously, like not even coffee. I did not even have coffee at the time because, for me, I'm just this person, I do respect rules. So if people tell me, listen, you're not supposed to eat for like 10 days because A, B, and C, trust me, I will not eat for 10 days. That's just who I am, right? And then so yeah, they took the test, they gave me the shots, and it did not work. The pain got worse instead, right? And at the time, I remember I was just rolling around, so they kept on trying to make small talk with me because I guess, so that I'm conscious at the time, so that maybe I don't doze off or whatever. In my mind, that's what I thought. But generally at this time, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, probably the worst is still to come, because I've heard people complaining about how, the service there is just so bad. But I trust, for me, I did not experience that at all. Like, it was just, they were just so generous. They were nice people. They were understanding. Hence the pain. I was not even expecting to get any pain medication or any pain, injection, because I've heard people just say, oh, you don't even get a single, tablet and whatnot. So for me, I'm not sure whether it's this hospital that I went to in particular, but I did not experience this gruesomeness that people have been saying, that you're going to experience. And mind you, at the time, my heart is very sore because I do have medical aid, but the problem is I couldn't get like a specialist because they do not have specialists in Dundee in particular. So I guess let me just leave it here, you guys. I'll continue from where I left it off in part two, because I'm telling you, the experience was just, I don't know. But thank you so much for watching part one. Hopefully when I find time, I will sort of like shoot part two for you, because I'm thinking this video is actually getting too long and I don't want it to be too long. So take care. Bye.